Hello Toy Collector fans, Universal Toy Collector here and welcome to the channel. Join me today as I get this bad boy opened. Okay then, so before I open this, I just want to say that I had absolutely no intention of doing any unboxing videos at all for the foreseeable future, mainly due to my fractured thumb. I'm supposed to be taking it easy, and not only that, most of you will know that I struggle getting into boxes at the best of time when I've got two good hands. So today is going to be that little bit more challenging, to the amusement of some of you, Gary Moore, Brett Onfett, and Adam Berry. So anyway, enough of that. I wasn't expecting this. This is the Book of Boba Fett Throne Room playset. I did order this when it first was out on pre-order. Then I cancelled it. Then myself and Georgie and loads of others, we went to Star Wars Celebration. We saw it set up on the display and thought, wow, that's absolutely fantastic. I had a good old long conversation with Tim from Bosk's Bounty, and he was saying that they were more than likely going to re-release it. So I was toying with the idea of ordering it, pre-ordering it, so I did. And then a couple of weeks later, I decided to cancel that pre-order as well, mainly because of money-wise and also lack of space. But then Georgie, the crafty little devil, decided that she was going to get this without me knowing. That's why it was a surprise when I saw it on Friday. And this is a early birthday present. Now, my birthday isn't until October. But because the likes of Tim was viewing his, and Only One Kenobi was viewing his, and there's like Des T, he had a couple and they're putting stuff up on Instagram. Georgie then decided to surprise me with this on Friday night. So I'm absolutely over the moon. And we've also seen the state of the cards of the Bib Fortuna. So basically, Georgie was saying, what's your card like? What's your card like? And I said, well, I don't know. I haven't opened it. So today is as good a day as any to get this open. Anyhow, enough waffling on from me. Let's get this open and let's have a look, shall we? Okay then, so let's get this open, shall we? Okay, so most of you will know, if you've seen Tim's review and Nick's review, this is double boxed. So let's get this one open. Let's get this one out. Okay, move that to the side. So no dinks on my box. This is looking pretty cool, so no dinks on this either, so happy with that. So well packaged so far. Hasbro, awesome stuff. Okay, so yeah, looking pretty cool, liking that. So I'll get this out of the box, then I'll check it back up in there and give you guys a close-up. Like I say, most of you have seen this before anyway, but what can you do? There you go. So here we have the box. Like I say, I'm going to pop it back up there and then give you a close-up of the box. So 2 seconds. Okay, so here is the box art, and I've got to say I'm very impressed with it. It looks absolutely fantastic. The Vintage Collection always seem to do a fantastic job with their box art, so really happy with that. I've checked the box over. There's no dinks or damage or anything like that, so the way Hasbro have packaged this is really good. So well done, Hasbro, for doing that. I'm liking that, so very happy there. Here you can see the carded figure there, Bib Fortuna. Now, I know there's been a lot of issues with that figure and the card back, so it'd be interesting to see what mine's going to be like. So we'll get to that in a bit. So we'll just spin this around. And there we have Bib Fortuna on the throne. Now, for me, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but the Book of Boba Fett was a wasted opportunity. In my opinion, it should have been set straight after Return of the Jedi and not like 5 or so years, you know, in the future where everybody meets up and you create the Mandoverse. I think it would have been a far interesting and better story if it had been taken straight after Return of the Jedi. Bib Fortuna taken over the palace and taken control of Jabba's crime syndicate and all that sort of stuff. That would have been a far interesting and better story. And then Boba Fett coming into it and taking over and stuff like that. But that was a wasted opportunity. Like I said, not going to get too deep into it. Here we go. Here's the other side. Again, exactly the same as the front there, or the back. I'm not too sure which is which, but again, great artwork. And here we have the playset itself, the figure, and all the accessories that come with it. Again, watching a couple of videos, mainly Tim's and Nick's, I've noticed they have trouble with one of the dishes, which fit the goblets in. So again, it'd be interesting to see if I'm having that same issue. No doubt I probably will, but there you go. It's probably a design fault. So there's the front again. Now if we just flip it over this side, you can have a few setups there. You've got Bib Fortuna, Boba Fett there. I think this is fantastic, that droid head in there, absolutely awesome. I'm loving that scene. I just remember that at the end of Mandalorian Season 2, and I was so pumped and excited for the Book of Boba Fett. And then, yeah. So here's Fat Bib there, and then you've got the spit there, and then the throne there. So yeah, again, really looking forward to getting this open. So yeah, let's crack on and have a look inside, shall we? So as you can see, for this bit, I'm back on the floor again. So what I'll do, get this open, get the parts out, and then I'll stick them up on there and we'll go through it one by one. So without any further ado, let's get this open. I mean, really, I shouldn't be using my right hand at all. So if Georgie was here, I'd get into trouble for this, but she's not, so anyhow. So as most of you know, you've got the trays there, which I'm really impressed with. I think that's an absolutely fantastic idea. So we'll get these out. I'll struggle to get them out. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, this is hard work. Proper hard work. As you can see, I'm using my strong hand, not. So anyhow, that's the first tray out. Just stick that up there. Bit easier now. The second tray. And then we'll get to the third tray out. Okay, so I'll just put these in order that these trays have come out. Okay then, so what I'm going to do again, as I've said, put these up here one by one, go through them, and we'll have a look. Okay, again, give us 2 seconds. Okay then, so here we have tray number 1, and I've got to say, I think this is a genius idea of putting the trays in with the bits inside the tray. So that's I'm liking that. Yeah, so again, we've got some box art there. Really liking that. It's exactly the same as how it is on the front of the main box. So I'm happy with that. So let's try and get this open. And here we go. So, let's just try and get that to stay up. So here we have all the different baggies. You've got the fireplace with the spit there. Salacious Rum, if you're watching, sorry mate, but yeah, I think that's great, absolutely great. Yeah, so you've got all the different baggies and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. So what we'll do is we'll take these baggies out, or I can just throw them on the floor. So I'll take this tray out as well. That's why I'm doing that. Okay, yeah, I'm making hard work of this, guys. Sorry about that. Right, so I'm just going to get these out of the way. Over there for the time being. Come back. Okay, so here is the moment of truth. Let's have a look at this card back. There he is, Fat Bib. So very careful with that. Okay, so let's just put that to the side. Let's get rid of this box. Move that out of the way. Let's have a closer look at this card back. So yeah, it's got the marking around here on the bubble. I think all of them are going to have that, which is an absolute shame. There's a slight mark just here. Other than that, from what I can see, I've been fairly lucky with this. So I don't know if you can, if I get a close up, you see it there. It's just literally a small mark there, but I don't think that's too bad. It's not as bad as some that I've seen. So there's the back of the card, VC276. So yeah, on the whole, I'm generally very happy with that. So for me, I just wish it was punched. I thought it would have come as a, not punched, I wish it would have come unpunched. But other than that, yeah, I'm happy with that. And I will be keeping this on card. And at some point, I will be sending this off to get graded. So yeah, so far so good. Really happy with what's turned up at the moment. So give us a couple of seconds and we'll get the second box up. So here we have box number 2, slightly deeper than the first box and first tray. And yeah, so we've got all the main play set in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to struggle on camera with this, so I shall take this out the box off camera and have it set up in a second. So yeah, won't be long. Sorry guys. So here we have the parts from tray number 2, and I've got to say, really impressed with these. I'm liking the paintwork and the detail. I do think that is pretty cool. So they've yeah, done a great job with the paint apps there. So you've got Jabba's dais here, I think that's what you call it. It's on wheels, so that can move in and out. So there, that's pretty cool. You've got the throne there, so you've got a nice bit of weathering on the seat. So yeah, that's looking pretty awesome. And then you've got the 2 great bits that attach the front main part to the back part. Yeah, so again, they are looking pretty cool. So yeah, overall, so far, really happy with what I've opened up and what I'm seeing. So let's crack on and get tray 3 open. Alrighty then, so here is tray 3. So let's get this open and have a look and see what we've got. So again, we've got the main part in here, the back piece. So let's see if I can get this out without any hassle. So yeah, again, what I'm going to do is take this out the tray off camera and then get back to you in a second. So 2 secs. And here we have the final pieces from tray number 3. Now, again, I think it's really cool, but I do have an issue with this front bit here. The paint apps, I think, aren't great. They could have weathered this and made this look a bit better. So it does look a bit plain across here and on the steps. So I thought they would have done some more, you know, weathering on that. The back piece, I'm loving the back piece. However, I do have an issue with these fan grates here. So the top one on each side is loose and can move, but the bottom part of the fan or grill is stuck, and I can't get that to move. So I'm not getting that like effect that you have on some of them where you see it and both the grill bits are up. So I don't know if that's the same with everybody else's, but I can't seem to move my grill bit either side here and here. So I'm having issues with that, and that is pretty much stuck. So like I say, the top bit, the top flap can move backwards and forwards, but this bottom flap, it seems to be in quite nicely and tight, so I can't get that to move. I tried to apply a little bit of pressure on that, but I don't want to damage it, so I've just left it as is. So yeah, for me, that's a bit of a nitpick, but other than that, I've got to say I'm fairly happy with what I've seen so far. Like I say, just this weathering, it could have been a bit better on this top bit here, and yeah, not too happy with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble this off camera, get it all together, get it set up, and give you my final thoughts. So as always, give us 2 seconds, guys. Okay then, so here is the throne room from the Book of Boba Fett. It's all set up, everything in place, and I've got to say, wow, it looks absolutely stunning. The attention to detail is really good, and it looks absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to eventually get this set up in the display. I will get to that in a minute, but firstly I just want to unfortunately go through some quality issues and some nitpicks. The quality issues are the cards. Now, I'm quite lucky with my card back, but I know that some of you out there have had a card back with different marks on it and scratches and scrapes and stuff like that. Now, for people paying the money that they've paid for this, those card backs should be 100%. Everything about this should be 100%. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. How those cards have got through quality, I do not know. So Hasbro, you really, really do need to tighten up your quality issues and not let things like that go under the radar. It happens too many times, whether it's a HasLab or whether it's just a piece like this. Yeah, it shouldn't happen. Not really. Not with the amount of money people are paying for your products. It needs to be 100%. And unfortunately for some people, it's not 100% and the cards have been damaged. And some people only want it for the card back, the figure itself. And to have that figure turn up in the state it has is not good enough. Little nitpicks from me. The two vents at the back. Now, I don't know whether this is an issue and everybody's got this issue, but my bottom flaps on those two fans at the back, or vents, they don't seem to be working. They are stuck in position. The top ones you can move about, but the bottom ones seem pretty rigid. I did try to get those to move, but I didn't want to put too much pressure on and damage it, so I've left it as is. So if you can let me know in the comments below whether you've got the same issue, I'll be grateful. Thank you very much. Another issue or a nitpick is the steps. I think they could have done with a wash just to weather it up a little bit. You can see the weathering around here and on the Jabba's dais and on the chair there and the back wall. It's weathered really nicely, but this seems to have missed the weathering. So a little wash of weathering across this base here and steps, I think that would have just made it look a little bit better. What else was there? Oh yeah, the two tall glasses on the back table, just in here. What an absolute nightmare that was to try and get them to stand up. I spent far too long trying to get them stood up. I've managed to do it now. I don't want to glue anything down, but what I will do is look at using some double-sided sticky tape to keep those in place. And then the biggest ball ache for me, and not just for me, but I know others as well, is this tray here on the spit next to the fire. You've got the jug there as well, but these two little goblets, they need to be, well, they should be on that tray, but trying to get them to stand up and stay in place, what a nightmare. Again, I gave up after 10 minutes or so trying to get them in there. Every time I thought I'd got them on there, I moved it and they popped out. Little things like that. It's not a big issue, but you know, like I say, the money that you're paying, you should be able to pop those glasses or goblets in and they should stay in place. Again, I'm going to have to look at using a little bit of sticky sided tape just to keep them in place. I shouldn't have to do that. But other than that, I've got to say I'm really, really impressed with this. Yeah, really happy. It's going to look absolutely fantastic in the display, like I say. And with that, I'm going to need to keep this here for the time being, because where I want to put it, I've got to move so much stuff and rejig everything. That's going to be a massive undertaking. I won't be doing that at the moment, not in my current state. I mean, I really shouldn't have opened this up today and checked it out and stuff like that. But, you know, I wanted to get a video out and get this reviewed and looked at. So, yeah. So once my hand is properly sorted out, then I can unscrew glass shelves and move stuff about. But for the time being, I won't be doing that. So that'll be something to look forward to within the coming weeks. Yeah. I know a few of you are waiting for yours, so I'm hoping your quality issues aren't too bad, and that you have better luck with the tray here. I hope that you don't have any issues with your cards and stuff like that, your carded figure. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing more reviews on this and other people's opinions and stuff like that. For me personally, I like it. I'm really glad I've got it. Like I say, I wasn't expecting it. I do have, however, 2 of Jabba's playsets come in from the TVC. Now, that was before I knew that I was getting this. I only found out on Friday that I had this. I pre-ordered that TVC Jabba when it first came to pre-order. So I'm going to have one of them on here. This bit, the throne, I'm going to move elsewhere and have Boba Fett and Fennec Shand in and around the area. And then the other Jabba, I'm going to have in my vintage collection original trilogy display. Now, again, that will mean moving bits and bobs around to accommodate that, but I want my vintage collection display, TVC display, looking exactly the same as my vintage Kenner display, and so far I'm really happy with it. I'm liking the way it's coming along. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to sorting that out. So I've got some big projects with moving stuff about and changing the display around coming up. What else was I going to say? Yes, there's a gentleman on YouTube called Edmonton Stormtrooper. I watched a video of his last night, and I shall leave a link to that video in the description below on this video. And he did a custom version of this throne room, and I've got to say, wow, absolutely awesome. He's got lighting on it as well, little LEDs, and it just makes it look, I don't know, it just brings it to life with the lighting. And that is something going forward I wish Hasbro would do. Just put like little LED lights in there, just to have the flames flickering, have some lighting in the background just to set the mood and stuff like that. I think it would, yeah, I know you probably have to pay that little bit more money, but at the end of the day, I think it'd be worth it. It really would. I mean, you know, what Edmonton Stormtrooper's done with his and the lighting and the effects he's got, it just looks absolutely fantastic. And I know he's getting one of these soon. He said he's waiting for his to come through. He's in Canada, so he's waiting for his to come through. So it'd be interesting to see him compare the Hasbro one to the one that he's made. So yeah, like I say, I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. I thought he's done a fantastic job. Anyhow, that's enough wiffle waffle for me. I just wanted to get this out, this video, seeing as like other people have got theirs and stuff like that. So I just wanted to basically check the card, and so I'm happy with the card. You know, really feel for those of you who do have a damaged card or a scratch card. But yeah, anyhow, that is it for this video. So if you are new to the channel, feel free to comment, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to let you know of more content. And as always, there will be more content. Really appreciate you watching. Appreciate your support. Thank you. Stay safe, take care, and we shall see you in the next video. And bye for now.